Hey everyone, welcome back. My name's dustinkreis, and welcome to my madness. I always say, oh, this month I'm not going to pick up that much stuff. And then I just go absolutely insane, absolutely crazy. Yeah, and that's kind of what I did. This pickups video is going to be huge. And it would be a lot bigger if I included like all the stuff I got this month. Aerodynamics sent me a insane package, and I'm going to put the link down below to the unboxing video so you can see all that stuff if you haven't already. But if I put that stuff on top of this stuff, this would be like an hour-long video because I tend to, go on and on about things. But yeah, I don't really want to waste a lot of time because I just got into a lot of stuff. Some pre-orders that I made a long time ago finally came in, and yeah, just complete madness here. Anyway, let's go ahead and just start this off. Duncan's going to be squeaking the squeaker. That's just how these videos go. Anyway, let's start off here with something that kind of started the month off on a bad note, and that's picking up Castlevania Aria of Sorrow on the Game Boy Advance. And as you see here, I have two carts because I have an official cart and then I have a bootleg cart. And you can really tell the difference. And on the Another Gaming podcast community page, I posted pictures of these so you guys can sort of tell the difference. But one has just really chintzy, crappy plastic, and the other one's got what a Game Boy Advance game should feel like. The label on the bootleg is just a stretched cover of the actual Game Boy box, whereas the official game has a completely different cover. So that was kind of a learning experience. Even the ESRB ratings are incorrect. I did get a full refund for the bootleg, so there is that. But just to kind of let you guys know out there, yes, there is a lot. Give me this pig. Give me the pig. I'm keeping it. The pig. This is what you guys hear in the back of the videos all the time. I'm keeping it until the video's over. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, just to let you guys know, Game Boy Advance carts are getting really bootlegged out there for some reason. And as soon as I opened the package and looked at this cart, I knew something was off about it. Not even looking at the label, just looking at the actual physical plastic cart itself. So, there's that. Keeping sort of with the retro, I've really been getting back into a certain system here, and oh, the case is broke. Well, I can switch out that case really easily. So I picked up some items for this said system, and 3 games here, and they're all of one genre, which is a genre that I usually don't talk about that often, but when I find a really great game in the genre, I just kind of go crazy with it, and that's the fighting genre. So for the Sega Dreamcast, a system I haven't picked up anything for a long time, I picked up King of the Fighters Dream Match 1999, which I think is actually a port of King of Fighters 98. It's been kind of enhanced for the Dreamcast. Looking forward to getting to that, some SNK goodness. Another SNK goodness, which this is the one that the case is actually broke on. But the guy did an amazing job packaging this. It was actually inside of a one of those media boxes, like the media cardboard mailers, the box, and then wrapped around it was a bubble mailer. So, like, if this thing was damaged, it was damaged before he sent it. And that is Fatal Fury Mark of the Wolf. And, Mark of the Wolves, sorry. And this is supposed to be, like, the best fighting game SNK ever made. And, for some reason, I've been looking into the Dreamcast as being sort of my fighting game machine. Because while the Sega Saturn has an amazing 2D fighter library, a lot of those can go for a pretty expensive price, especially the next game I'm going to show you. But the Dreamcast ports are actually really, really great, and especially for this game. So, the Dreamcast is kind of, if you're looking to get into whether a Sega Dreamcast or a Sega Saturn for your fighting game fix, 2D fighters, the Saturn, of course, is going to be the juggernaut of the two, but the Dreamcast is really kind of overlooked for that. So, pick this up. Really looking forward to this. I was talking to TG Appileus basically about kind of all of this stuff, and asked him his opinion on this game, and he just like wrote like 5-page response to me on Facebook, and it was just like, so apparently it's an amazing fighter, so I can't wait to dig into that. The game I was talking about, super expensive on the Sega Saturn, to get the Sega Saturn port. And this is actually my favorite fighting game of all time, and to get the Dreamcast port, I read that, you know, it maybe doesn't have all the frames of animation that the Saturn one does, but it has everything that the PlayStation version has, and it's even better than the PlayStation version, because usually the PlayStation version is considered the worst port of Street Fighter Alpha 3. And really, this game might derail some of my backlog plans, because if I throw this in, I'm going to get way deep back into this and just, you know, reacclimating myself to the parry system in there and all that stuff, and it's just going to be, I'm going to probably lose my mind with this game. But really, I love Street Fighter Alpha 3. I can't wait to try this, though. This might, from everything I read, this might actually edge out Street Fighter 3, Alpha 3, although this has the nostalgia factor, with it, 1 being Street Fighter and 2 being the best version of Street Fighter, that personally for me. A lot of people like Street Fighter 3's parry system. They think it works a little bit better than Alpha 3, but I just love Alpha 3, so really looking forward to getting into this. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, but Dustin, the Dreamcast controller is terrible. I mean, it's one of the worst controllers out there. How are you going to play these very, very intricate fighting games on that Dreamcast controller? Well, talking to my good buddy TG Appileus, I was planning on buying the Dreamcast fighting controller, which actually looks really awesome. Looks a lot like a Saturn controller. Until I talked to TG Appileus, and he says, everything I've read on those says those controllers are very flimsy, the D-pad breaks very easily, so he recommended getting this, the Total Control 3. And what this is an adapter for the Sega Saturn controller that you can play on your Dreamcast. And there's a lot of these out there for different controllers. There's one for the PlayStation, you know, things like that. So I was really excited to, you know, one, the fighting controller for the Dreamcast goes anywhere between $50 to $80, whereas this is $25. So instant savings there. And to use the Saturn controller, which I think is one of the best fighting game controllers out there, I like D-pads. A lot of people like, you know, arcade sticks and things like that. And I can use my Saturn arcade stick with this device, I believe. So even if I want to go the arcade stick route, there we go. The only problem is if I take this anywhere to play these fighters, I feel like the other player is going to have a disadvantage for having to use the Dreamcast controller. But hey, them's the breaks. I paid for this, so I get to use the Saturn controller. But pick that up. This is a game that it just seems like everyone has been getting, and to be honest with you, until like all these pickups videos where people started buying this game, I honestly did not know this even existed. It's just one of those series that I haven't looked into, but I'm really excited to play the first game here soon. And as soon as I get done with Bravely Default, we'll talk about that a little bit later, the first game in the series is going in, and that's Drakengard 2. And this isn't cheap. I don't know if it's just because it's kind of a rare game, or if it's just the demand is bumping it up. But everything I hear, the first game has kind of bad play mechanics, but a great story. This one has good play mechanics, but kind of a weak story compared to the first one. So, getting ready to start the first Drakengard. Of course, I pre-ordered the limited edition of Drakengard 3, because actually one of my favorite games of all time is Nier. And Nier is kind of an offshoot of this series, so I think they kind of share sort of a similar mindset. Not so much a similar world, but a similar mindset. So, really looking forward to eventually getting into this one, but first comes Drakengard 1. Not going to talk too much about this. Picked up Aliens Colonial Marines. For some reason I can't talk today, which makes the rest of this video going to be just terrible because I got a lot of shit to get through. But Another Gaming Podcast people, we are all doing a game night. Let's see, today's Friday, so it'll be tomorrow night, Saturday, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to just do an online play of this. I don't know. I hope Steven's really the one that's been, oh, network 1 to 12 players, so hopefully, you know, we don't get more than 12 people, but Steven's really been organizing this, so we're going to try to figure out what to do. I don't know if we can really record the footage. If anybody out there who plays with us on this can record footage, please do so, and we'll figure out a way to get it to me so I can make like a video to put up on the Another Gaming Podcast channel for you guys to watch. But we're going to be recording on Skype, sort of just all of us talking and stuff, so maybe I can try to sync the videos together. The audio and the video might not sync, and it might not be the best quality, because I think for as long as we're going to play, I'm going to have to use my Flip HD camera just to record the TV screen, because my iPad, I won't be able to do any of the editing on the iPad. So I'll have to use Windows Movie Maker, and that thing kind of fucking sucks. But anyway, yeah, we're going to be playing this tomorrow night. I haven't actually even thrown this in yet, so when I start up, I'm going to be really terrible at this game. But it's just been kind of a joke with a lot of us for a while. And we said once it got really cheap, we would pick this up. And I got this brand new for $5, or $6, I'm sorry. So yeah, that was the golden price there. Picked this up because I'm tired of everyone telling me I need to get it. Plus, I wanted to get it. Zombie U for the Wii U. Don't know when I'll get to this because I'm just in a mode where I'm just really tired of zombies. But this is one of those unique games for the Wii U, so I have to have it in my collection. So pick that up. Now we're getting kind of the new stuff here. A lot of big box sets came out this month, and the first one I picked up. I'm actually really excited to get to this, and as soon as I finished Bravely Default and another game I'm going to be talking about here in a second, I'm planning on getting right into this, and that is, I can't ever say this, Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, and from everything I hear, this is actually probably a little bit better than 999. Now, I know Arrow is going to write a big comment, oh, that's crazy talk, but T.G. Apalea says that he actually enjoyed it a little bit more than 999, so that makes me really look forward to playing this. And I did pick up the limited box set because, I don't know, it just seemed very enticing. And I think, actually, I didn't get screwed at all by Digital River this month, so we'll see what happens with Drakengard 3. But I think this was also handled by, I think NIS is also handled by Digital River. So I got this, and it came safe and sound, so looking forward to starting that. Got a note here, we'll go ahead and handle that game right now. The other game I'm playing right now with Bravely Default is Strider on my PS4, and this is also available on all the systems except for the Nintendo systems. I don't think it's on the Wii U. I'm not sure if it's on the Wii U. But I know you can get it on the PS3, the PS4, Xbox One, and Xbox 360, and I implore you guys to download this game. It's $15. If you want to wait for it to be free on PS Plus, sure, why not? But they took everything that was great about Strider on the Sega Genesis and turned it into a Metroidvania-style game. And, you know, Double Helix is one of those companies that you kind of get a little iffy about because they made Front Mission Evolved. They made, actually, Silent Hill Homecoming, which I actually really enjoyed. So people are kind of like, kind of iffy about it, but I'm telling you what, they knocked this one out of the park, and it is great. I'm having so much fun with Strider. It's a wonderful sort of companion piece to playing Bravely Default, because grinding jobs, you can kind of get sick of it, and you need to take a break, and you can just put in Strider for a little bit, and, you know, get some action in, and then go back to Bravely Default. But I implore you guys, check out Strider. I really hope that Capcom does something like this with like Mega Man and like brings back that franchise in a classic way. A Mega Man Metroidvania game, but actually it's really kind of exciting to me. It'd really be kind of awesome if they could do that, but kind of keep the open worldness of Mega Man, where you could kind of go to any boss that you want to. But I don't know, that'd be really good. Also. I picked up this collector's edition, and I didn't do unboxing of any of these because I just felt like everybody was going to be doing unboxings of these. And for one, that was definitely true, but for this one, I didn't really see a lot out there, but I did pick up the Bravely Default collector's edition. and I absolutely love this game. I've read some reviews that say, you know, the late game gets kind of crappy, but I'm still in Chapter 4. I'm really taking my time with this. I'm really just enjoying the job system, enjoying exploring the different abilities, grinding and all that stuff. So I don't know when the game discussion for this will be, but I'll go ahead and tell you this right now. This is Game of the Year so far for this year, and it's probably going to be extremely difficult to beat. The only game that will probably beat this for Game of the Year is X, if it comes out this year. But this is everything I want from a JRPG. You know, we always complain about how Final Fantasy has fallen off the wagon, and for you guys who think Final Fantasy has fallen off the wagon, this is the game for you. It'll bring back so many memories of playing the old Final Fantasies, even some memories of playing like Dragon Quest and stuff like that. So really brings back those old RPG memories, and it's, I mean, the problem with job system games is the grinding. And this streamlines the grinding so much that it's not, I mean, I can sit and watch Supernatural or Adventure Time and sit there and grind, and really, you know, you can multitask with this game, and that's great. That is absolutely great. That being said, so like I'm saying there, the random battles are kind of mindless in a sort of way because of that, but the boss battles still require a lot of technique and thinking, and I'm okay with that. You know, I didn't really care for SMT4's. Every battle felt like a boss battle, to be honest with you. It got a little fatiguing, but this is, I can take this to work and just kind of sit there, you know, and just grind levels while I'm doing other things as well, and that's amazing. So, if you haven't picked up Bravely Default yet, I highly suggest you pick up Bravely Default. Yes, I did pick up Tales of Symphonia, the Collector's Edition, and pound for pound, this is one of the best and most dense Collector's Editions that's come out. There's just, I mean, this is a tiny box, and I was actually really surprised when this came in. But there's so much stuff packed into this that it's unbelievable. I don't know when I'll get around to playing this, because I just played Tales of Symphonia a couple years ago. I still need to beat Dawn of the New World, or just play it in general. But I feel like I should go back and play the first Tales of Symphonia first and get back into it, because I actually really enjoyed that game. I really liked the characters and everything. And it'd be nice to see it HD on the big screen, you know, instead of playing it on the 480p on the Wii. But really looking forward to that. I don't know if they've streamlined anything, because the game can be a little slow in places. But really looking forward to playing this, and, you know, gotta support the Tales series, because I want Bandai Namco, that's what they're called now. Is it on there? Yep, Bandai Namco now. The rest of the world has been dealt with that for a long time, but it was always Namco Bandai over here. Now they've changed that, but I guess I should do what everyone does and read my number here. Out of 18,000, I got 8,937. So I'm in the first half of the collector's editions there, but really looking forward to that. Really just awesome box set. Bought these, and actually kind of forgot that I purchased them because it was ordered so long ago. But I did pick up the Udon books, Legend of Heroes, Trails in the... Well, basically just Legend of Heroes, the whole Kanseki series, the art books for those. So this is the art book for the characters, and this is just illustrations. And I don't know how well this will pick up, but just beautiful, beautiful books. And if you have to pick up one, I would definitely suggest picking up the illustrations first, because the pictures in here are just amazing, whereas this one just really focuses on the characters. This has got a lot of sort of the artwork that I really like to have in art books, which is like just sort of the promotional artwork of just the characters running around doing random things. I really love that kind of stuff. So picked up those two. Maybe if you guys want to see a video of what's in these books, I can try to do that. But anyway, that is it for the games. Not a lot of stuff, but with those collector's editions, it really adds up. And the Dreamcast games are not getting cheap. You know, they're getting kind of a lot more expensive. So, how do I want to do this next one? Let's go ahead and get this out of the way first, because it's kind of gaming related. I did pick up Volume 3 of Turbo Views. If you guys have not checked out Chris Bucci's channel, Turbo Views, he's basically trying to review every North American TurboGrafx game, and he does a lot of the imports as well. And I don't know if this was just the entire printing or this is just the first printing, but I got number 58 out of 150, and I think it's out of the pre-orders, and included in that comes a little thank you card, and also the Dracula Excellent Master Tape, a video that he recorded way back in the day to help you get through Dracula X, which is actually going to be awesome because I do have a copy of Rondo of Blood for my PC Engine, so that'll help me get through that game. But 3 discs of just nothing but TurboGrafx reviews. You can watch them for free on his channel if you want, but if you want something a little bit extra, I always love having these because he throws a lot of bonus features. Like, the original content is over 4 hours, and then the bonus content is over 7 hours. So, a lot of stuff on here. Really a great... and I like supporting YouTubers as well when they do that kind of stuff. On the Blu-ray front... Ooh, where to start? Let's start with the TV series and then go into the films. TV series, I did pick up season 3 of Sherlock. This is actually probably my favorite season because it focuses more on the character development than on the quote-unquote mysteries, and I really like that. And the 3rd episode, Moffat and, what is it, Gratis? I can never remember his last name. Gaddis. They know how to do a fucking plot twist, and that 3rd episode in this keeps that gut punch of Sherlock just going. And if you guys have not watched this show, you need to watch this show. It is absolutely fantastic. Picked up season 3 of Adventure Time on Blu-ray, and what can you say? It's Adventure Time. It's awesome. Gotta have it. It's a lot of season 3s this month. I picked up also season 3 of Game of Thrones on the Blu-rays. This also actually includes the DVDs, so if you haven't upgraded yet, pick up this because you get the DVDs with the Blu-rays. But really, I love this show. I love the book series. I just hope that George R.R. Martin keeps writing the books at a little bit of a quicker pace so the show doesn't catch up. But yeah, if you guys haven't watched Game of Thrones, it's probably the best show out there. Suck it, Walking Dead. Picked this up because I needed this on Blu-ray, and it looks gorgeous. I was so surprised. I have the DVD, the big DVD collector's edition, but I needed to get the movie on Blu-ray. And the great thing about this is it's cheap, and it includes all of the disc-based media in those huge collector's editions. So you get all the work prints, all the different cuts, and that is the 30th anniversary edition of Blade Runner. And get this. If you have not seen Blade Runner, you can get this out there for like $20, and this is a deal. It has the final cut, the director's cut, the work print, the original theatrical cut. There's another cut that I'm forgetting. I can't remember what it is. But just an amazing, amazing movie. One of the best movies out there. So definitely had to get that. This just came out on Criterion, and I had the original. Well, it just came out on Criterion, so of course I'm just going to have the original Blu-ray. But that's Fantastic Mr. Fox. And it's a Wes Anderson film. And I'm going to work on getting all the Wes Anderson films on Blu-ray because his movies have such an attention to detail that I think having the Blu-rays would just be mind-blowing. So the next time Criterion does a big 50% off sale, I'm just going to pick up all of the remaining Wes Anderson films that I don't have. Which is, I need to get Rushmore, Royal Tenenbaums, Life Aquatic on Blu-ray. And then whenever Moonrise Kingdom gets a Criterion release, I'll get that as well. But absolutely love this film. Great for the whole family. You know, this is actually a Wes Anderson film that you can watch with your kids around, and that's kind of fun. Also, picking up a few more Criterions. I picked up The Ballad of Narayama, which is kind of a weird little creepy... I love these like little creepy Japanese like kind of ghost stories. And really looking forward to getting into this. I actually don't know hardly anything about it, and that's kind of the excitement of buying Criterion movies, is that they're going to be good because they're in the Criterion Collection, but you don't necessarily know what they're all about until you throw them in. And it's kind of an adventure that way. Picked this up because one of the movies that Mike sent me was Solaris, the original Russian Solaris, and kind of got me really excited about this director, and that's Ivan's Childhood, which I've actually seen a lot of things about, and it's kind of a very very true depiction of the cost of war. And Andrei Tarkovsky, after watching Solaris, I'm actually really excited to see more of his films. So I'm really looking forward to this, and you know, the different things I've seen about, like the famous scene where the kids are running away from the town, and then the camera pans back, and you see all these dead bodies that they don't notice, but you notice sort of the horror of war. Really looking forward to just seeing what all this movie's about. Really excited for that. Music front, go through these rather quickly. Picked up Crosses, which is the debut, I think it's the debut, their first album. But this is from the, I can't remember who's all in the band, I just know it's the singer for the Deftones. And I actually really like this. Very kind of melodic, dark music, and kind of, I don't want to say Perfect Circle-esque, but it's kind of, I don't know, kind of in that same vein, I guess, where it's kind of dark and moody, but at the same time it's also kind of pretty, and, you know, I don't know. I'm sure somebody will give me shit for that description, but we're actually really enjoying this album. Picked up the new Broken Bells, and there's one song on here, what was it? Oh, I can't remember now. But it really does sound like the Bee Gees just started a garage band, and, you know, I really enjoy Broken Bells. I know a lot of people kind of give them a lot of shit, but I really enjoyed this album. I thought it was really good. And then, sort of to fill a hole in my collection, which I still don't have the first album by this band, and it really bugs me. But I recently rekindled my love affair of Doves, and so I picked up Kingdom of Rust for, I don't remember how much this was, but actually really enjoyed this album, and it really got me back into Doves, and I've been really listening to a lot of nothing but Doves, and really having a good time with that, so picked that up. And then finally, I got this for Valentine's Day. My girlfriend, yes, I'm back into the game. So that's partly the reason why Bravely Default has taken so long to play, because I've really been enjoying it, but also I have a life again. So, you know, gaming's kind of taken a little bit of a backseat, but on my days off where she has to work and stuff, I really kind of hit the gaming hard. But she picked this up for me because she knew it was my favorite album, and actually she's a huge, huge fan of this band. So for Valentine's Day, she picked me up Revolver on vinyl, which was really awesome because this is my favorite Beatles album, and I just never got around to buying it on vinyl. And it is the stereo mix, which is okay with me because it's Revolver. If it was Sgt. Pepper's, I would want the monos, because Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is virtually unlistenable in the stereo mix, but on the mono mix, it's like, oh my god, this song is brilliant. But anyway, we listened to this together, and what can you say? It's fucking Revolver, you know. And on vinyl, it's just that better sounding. I'm really looking forward. I'm really looking into getting headphones. My friend Ernie, who I talk about a lot, who I keep pressuring to make a YouTube channel because he's really into games as well. He's a big headphone fan. He has a big headphone collection, and he's pushing me towards a how do you say? What is it? An SR80i by Grado? Is that how you say their name? I can't remember their name. I just remember whenever I do a search for reviews, I just type in SR80i, and gets me reviews of their headphones. But they're open back headphones that supposedly have this great, great sound. Not so great for like electronic music and stuff like that, but for, you know, stuff like this would be absolutely amazing for. So I'm looking into getting the headphones. So if any of you guys are audiophiles out there, I'm looking in for like a great set of headphones that roughly around, I don't want to go too much over $100 on my first pair, because I'm just kind of getting into the headphone scene. But I don't want earbuds. My ears are not built for earbuds. My ear canal is just, it doesn't, after about 20 minutes of earbuds, my ears feel like they're ripping off my skull. So a nice big comfortable set of headphones that just gives just amazing sound. Hopefully I'm going to get more into that. Once I, you know, get my life together. It's weird to say. But once I actually get around to buying a house again and move out of the apartment, I do want to build a nice big component stereo system. But that's a ways off. But yeah, any advice on headphones? Also, while I'm on a pickups video, because these things are usually the videos that get watched the most, the Another Gaming Podcast, we really want to try to get on iTunes. But there's this whole thing where you have to set up like an RSS feed and things like that. So really all three of us are just absolute noobs with that shit. So if anyone out there has any tips or pointers or can kind of give us a little bit of a hint along the way of how to start all this shit up, that would be great, because we really want to get the podcast on iTunes. A lot of people have said, you know, it's a very easier way for them to listen to podcasts. And that's the way I listen to podcasts, too. I listen to Power On Podcast on iTunes. Yeah, I can't watch their YouTube videos because it doesn't work that well. And I really hate like the aerodynamics video being a 5-hour YouTube video. I would really like it to be a 5-hour podcast that you could just listen to at your leisure on your device of choice, you know. But so we're looking into that, but we haven't figured it out yet. So any help would be greatly appreciated. So anyway, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to give him back his pig. So it's such a maniacal looking thing. So he can have some fun. And that's it. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.